Morning everybody, hope you're doing really well.
Hi.
We are today at another abbey in Hampshire, no less, just shy of Gosport. We're in Titchfield Ruined Abbey, which is an English heritage abbey owned by, and enjoy your history lessons provided by Sophie with her pronunciations. Enjoy those. I say Premonstratensian, you say...
I don't know yet.
Exactly. See you on the other side, and let's enjoy.
Premonstratensian.
No.
On the outskirts of the town of Titchfield, on the banks of the River Meon in South Hampshire, you can find an unusual ruin. A medieval abbey turned into a Tudor manor house. Titchfield Abbey was founded in 1231 by Peter de Roches, the Bishop of Winchester, for Premonstratensian canons. The Premonstratensian order lived a communal life under monastic vows, but would also be involved in the wider community outside of the abbey. Of the 14 to 15 canons at Titchfield, 2 served as vicars to the nearby parish churches. The strategic placement of the abbey allowed them to have many thousand acres of land, farm buildings and its own fish ponds, making it a very profitable establishment. It was not to last, with the abbey falling to the suppression of the monasteries under the orders of King Henry VIII. The abbey was granted to Thomas Wriothesley, the first Earl of Southampton, in 1537, who was a loyal civil servant to the king. He played a key part in the suppression and was given monastic lands as a reward. Wriothesley's new domain included 11 manors and 5,000 acres of land surrounding Titchfield. He proceeded to turn the former Titchfield Abbey into his own Tudor manor, Place House, a residence fit for a rising courtier. Wriothesley hosted many royal guests, including Edward VI, Elizabeth I, and Charles I with his queen, Henrietta Maria. Place House stayed within the Wriothesley family until the death of the 4th Earl of Southampton, where it was passed through many families. In 1781, most of the building was demolished for building stones and materials. Now a shell of its former Tudor glory, excavations have been undertaken to reveal the earlier abbey footprint, showing how grand this medieval establishment would have once been. A quiet and enclosed place, Titchfield is well worth discovering and exploring a short while when passing through the area.
Ooh. Welcome back everybody. Hi. It's beautiful this. Well, there's not much that's left.
No.
But actually, the impressive gated entrance that you see, well, not really gated entrance, but the facade, darling, is absolutely lovely. You can see many a fireplace. You can see the elaborate nature of this place really was wonderful. And to think that obviously it's on the site of the former abbey as well. And you can see, as I take you out here gracefully, many different rooms and beautiful layout really. Again, not much. The main building is what we're looking at into, but it's absolutely stunning for a little ruin in Hampshire. Very nice. I know Sophie's impressed by this one. Yes, that's a yes. Let's take you around. Ooh, we've got some beautiful floor tiles here. Nice they've kept these. Look at that. Now, probably normally in the winter time, which we're getting close to as we're recording this, they will probably cover these up to preserve them as best as possible. But they are wonderful. And then look through one of the towers. If I can just stand up into it, you can see the wonderful where the steps would have been, the spiraled steps leading all the way up to the top. How cool is that? That's actually beautiful, this. Really, really beautiful little ruin. How lovely. Even more beautiful floor tiles. Oh, and look at that. White doves. How wonderful. Yeah, look at that. Whee! I was just saying, Sophie, the beautiful tiles. We've had a look at that. We do like ourselves a tile. It's a beautiful, it's a really interesting little room. Never been here before. So this is all new to me in terms of looking at it and documenting it. But it's, you know, you see the main gated section. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, beautiful. Oh look, there's another one up there. Look at the scale of this.
See what the fireplaces and the chimneys would have been.
Yeah. Oh, can we walk through? Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Oh wow, and again. Look at that. Well, when customary with our channel, we have to make everybody disorientated for at least a couple of seconds. But yeah, look at this. And then these arrow slits in inverted commas, you know, more ornamental. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, Sophie. Wow. What a beautiful, beautiful place.
It was. It's great.
Yeah, it is.
I like it.
It's nice. Let's keep going. This looks like the cloister, doesn't it?
Yes.
Which we're going to guess at. Looks like a cloister. There are obviously, because it's English heritage, it is quite well signposted with lots of information boards, etc., etc. But hopefully, on this occasion, the history lesson and everything else has given you enough information. So here's the other sort of tower. If we walk around here, same niche on the other side, and then yeah, there you go. Nice. Very nice. So there's a couple of signboards outside, but here we are. From monastery to mansion. Won't look at it too much, because obviously it tells you in the history lesson. But large gatehouse behind you was built across the nave of the monastic church. It's kind of hard to appreciate, really. But whoa, you can see that Tudor style, can't you, really? It's just those bricks. You did say, look, there you go, square Tudor windows. Just think about that Tudor brick. It's hard to tell everybody, but it's very distinctive when you know what to look at for it. Very cool. We'll just go through here. Oh, beautiful fireplace that. Oh, it's very ornamental. Look up. Look at that. Way again. It is impressive, isn't it? It is. It really is. This really is the main sort of feature, and then obviously, like we said, most of the rest of it is sort of foundations. But actually, what does survive does give you that really easy sort of picture. Obviously, it's different phases and it's different uses. There we go. Warning: these stairs are worn and uneven, and then they'll lead us up. They would have carried on going as well. Look at that. And then it actually takes us outside. But as you can see, like I said, there's not a huge amount, but it's an important section, important amount, so I just sort of politely say, that does survive. So there's gated wall there. There's also a bit of a ruin from the extension that's over there as well, Finger of Doom. I think I'll have to go back in. Oh, no, I don't know. No, I can go around talking to myself, everybody. Look at that. Absolutely remarkable. Very, very pretty. Well, everybody, here we are back in the main section, and you get these beautiful chimneys, fireplaces. There you go. There you go. Look at that. It's so stereotypically Tudor. It's remarkable, really, from like just the design, that sort of hexagonal shape, and then you see the bricks, and it's very similar to my first instinct always reminds me of places like Oxford Palace, for example. Hopefully you can see me, but yeah, look at these beautiful, again, floor tiles. Rich detail in some of these is remarkable. That is lovely. Medieval tiles, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts and feelings.
Really great, isn't it?
It's really nice.
Obviously it's been reused, repurposed, redesigned,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's great.
I've never seen so many floor tiles as pretty as this. Because look at those over there.
Yeah.
They're really lovely, these.
Yeah, although we saw some nice ones in Titchfield Abbey
We did.
in Yorkshire.
Depending on when that video comes out.
Yep. They have, I think, the most floor tiles.
Yeah, because I actually said in the video before Sophie joined me a minute ago that normally they'll protect them in the winter time.
Yes.
So this actually might be one of the last times, because we're in autumn as of recording this, before they seal them up,
Yeah.
really, or just cover them over again to protect them as best as possible. But they've done a really good job so far, haven't they?
Amazing.
Lovely. I think it's quite nice sometimes. I just get to take you out. Empty entry to Freighter Great Hall of Place House. Yeah, Freighter. It's lovely. Yeah, I know, that's what I was saying. The writing on that is wonderful. And the fleur-de-lis there. Very fashionable. I'm assuming, oh, and there's a well there, I think, from the corner. I'm assuming it probably would have been, I'm just looking over there, I'm just assuming it would have been a cloister. It was, yeah? There we go. See? I tell ya, people in YouTube may doubt us. Doubt no more.
We know what we're talking
We
about.
do know what we're talking about, which is sometimes, well, I was just going to say sometimes we just forget to say it. Which is quite, you know, happens when you get older, everybody. Some of you young people who watch the channel, you won't appreciate that. But yeah, look, a well. And then yeah, look, the chapter house. This was once the entrance to the chapter house where the canons met for their daily meetings. Riffelsley blocks up the arch, is still visible on the other side when he converted the room into his private chapel. Again, how money talks. But when it looks this good in the end, I was like, who can complain in a strange way? It must have been just so elegant to look at when you just sort of see it. When it was in its heyday, it must have been really just a place. So beautiful even now as a ruin, but like I said, that just puts the point of why ruins can be just as beautiful. This is the sub-vault of the daughter. Look at this. Every angle of that is wonderful. Really is. Well, everybody, for the size of it, there we go. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Sophie, you didn't hear it at the time, but she was pointing out her knowledge. You're exceedingly good at this. Working out the chapel, which is like the lower foundations. We're walking around just over there.
Yeah, and there was an altar space. It's like, well, this must be the nave, the church.
And we've also, not that it matters to you lot, caught the weather. Just about right, I think.
Yeah.
What a beautiful place. Titchfield Abbey, the former abbey that then got turned into a beautiful Tudor mansion that didn't survive the dissolution of the monasteries but had a second life afterwards, which is wonderful, really. Thank you so much for watching and coming along with us on our mini little explore today in beautiful Hampshire. Thoughts and feelings, final wrap up.
I like my abbeys.
Yes.
In all shapes and sizes and forms.
Check out Sophie's Instagram, etc., etc., and the links below for our wonderful photos of this wonderful place and some up and coming photos, etc., etc. I think we said it all, haven't we? Yeah. And in more words of Phoenix history, because Phoenix history matters. Well, it does, but I mean history, more importantly. History matters. Take care, everybody. Much love to all of you out there. You ready? You should do it. Go on, kapow.